Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. The expansionist agenda of the Fulanis is not just for one particular geographical location, but they have an intention of swallowing up the entirety of Nigeria. No wonder the likes of ESN, IPOB, and also Sunday Bowo with other persons are doing all within their powers to see how they can restrict them and not even give them a space in their own environment. Because if this expansionist agenda was ignored by all and sundry, especially in the southeastern part of Nigeria and south and also southwest, then we wouldn't be having any land right now. Because as I'm talking to you, the impact of this agenda is hitting very hard in the middle belt and also in the north central middle belt, and also virtually all the states in the northern part of Nigeria. Right now, concentration is at plateau. You'll be shocked the number of communities that these guys have successfully used this expansionist agenda to secure for themselves. The inhabitants, the residents who are now outside their communities are crying out a great deal. I don't know if ESN or maybe Sunday Igboho will have to start sending in their people to go help them out there. But however, let's look at the details of the news. Then we're going to look at what Nigerians say and also what we think about it. According to the news, the Biafra Educational and Cultural Organization, BICO, has raised the alarm over what it called the expansionist agenda of Fulani headsmen in Riyom and Barakin Ladi local government area of Plateau State. The organization claimed that no fewer than 55 communities have been forcibly taken over by the headsmen. The Plateau State government recently signed a law to discourage the trend where armed people will invade a land, claim ownership, and forcibly occupy it. The national president of BICO, Mr. Nyan Dudu, who disclosed this, said the inhabitants of these communities had been forced to flee to different parts of the state for refuge. He added that most of them were presently living with their relations in Jos, the state capital and headquarters of their respective local government areas. According to Dudu, I quote his word, he said they were chased away from their ancestral communities. The Fulani headsmen did not just occupy their houses and acquire their properties, but they are now building more houses on their lands. We have petitioned the appropriate authorities but are yet to get response from them. The government is planning a census and demarcation. If the right atmosphere is not prepared for the natives to return to their ancestral communities, who are they going to count? Are they going to count foreign illegally occupants? The state government made a law against land grabbing, but it seems enforcement has become a problem because these people are not deterred at all. We don't want to take the law into our hands since the government has come up with this law, but we are disappointed that the government is not implementing the law and working towards ensuring that these displaced people go back to their ancestral community. The BICO leader, who claimed that land grabbing by foreign Fulani element is gradually becoming a norm, implored the state and federal government to address the situation. According to him, he said the government should be responsive. It is wrong for anyone or group to push the native into exile. Most of the IDP camps have been closed. Our people are not even comfortable with the idea of living in these camps. Many of them are presently living with their relatives and loved ones in Jos and the other places, he added. Also, convener of the Emancipation Center for Crisis Victims in Nigeria, ECCVN, Mr. Delayop Solomon Nwatiri, expressed disappointment that the state government was yet to implement the anti-land grabbing law. Nwatiri stated that the territorial agenda of the Fulani headers was becoming more intense because the legislation has not been tested. According to him, I quote, he said, "I can tell you that no fewer than 55 villages have been sacked and occupied by these Fulani headsmen in Riyom and Barakin Ladi local government area alone. They are presently living there comfortably and even building more houses unmolested. My God. We learned that the government is about to do registration of voters. Who are they going to count in such places? Are they going to count illegal occupants while the legal occupants are in exile? They have started developing the land while those who are supposed to stop them are looking the other way. My submission is that the government is giving legitimacy to illegality, right? As a result of the activities of this intruder, most of our people in this local government can no longer access their farm. Those displaced have since left the IDP camps and living with their relation in Jos and other places. One of those displaced from Shorom village and who is now living with his cousin in Jos, Dauda Palm, said attempts by him and other displaced persons to return to their villages were resisted by the headers who unleashed terror on them on arrival. When contacted, the State Commissioner of Information, Mr. Daniel Mayang, said it was because of development like this that the state government signed anti-land grabbing bills into law. Mayang implored those whose land are being illegally occupied to approach the court for redress. Jesus, this thing has gone far beyond human expectation, I'm telling you. See, right now, if you ask me, this country people should just restructure the country, because as we are looking at this country now, let's be real, this country is already restructured. If it is not been restructured, resources control-wise, but in terms of fighting insecurity, this country is restructured. And that is what has helped the likes of the Southwest and also the Southeast, if not for their intentional move towards ensuring that they take decisions by themselves to stop this thing. By now, we would have also been listed among states or possibly regions where Fulani Expansionist agenda has prevailed. And that's absolutely true. Thank you for the likes of IPOP, because no matter what, if ESN was not there, I wonder what the Southeasterners... There was a time, indigenous or resident of communities in the Southeast, they were just crying. Come and help us. Federal government, come and help us. State government, come and help us. Nobody cares to even say, let us stop this thing that is going on. Which, because of it, it resulted to self-help. And that self-help is what has preserved the ancestral communities, our ancestral lands in Southwest, Southeast, and the likes. If the people of Plateau keep on sitting down and waiting for government, I tell you the truth that very soon they will be shocked that they will be strangers in their own land. The ideal thing to do as at this point is either they invite mercenaries, call for help from the likes of some of the Igbo, have a one-on-one talk with him, even as a local government, even as a people, have a one-on-one talk with these ESN guys. One-on-one talk, let them come in there as mercenaries and chase those guys away. Because if not, in the nearest future, you will notice that they will tell themselves, or they will make it known to Nigerians that those lands actually belongs to them. These guys are heartless. These guys, when they want to, if you don't use force on them, automatically you are going to lose everything that you have ever worked for in your life. Sitting down and saying, look, listen to what the state government said, that they should seek redress in the law court. The question is, the law court, when they issue out instruction, who respects it? If the federal government will hear this kind of thing and they're not doing anything, and you say you go to law court, the law court, they will just say it, give it to the military. Those one would not do anything about it. This time, it is self-defense. Defend your community, defend your family, defend your ancestral heritage, defend everything about your life, because, hey, nobody's going to help you out, especially if you are in those communities that they have taken over. It's something that even if you have to bring in anybody to help you out, you've got to allow. And you know, for them reporting it now, where these guys have lived, they build houses there. I'm sorry, maybe Plateau State will very soon be called a Fulani state. Yeah, that's true. Because with what they have told us now, I don't think that there's any way they can retrieve those things from these Fulanis. Because that is why the likes of Nnamdi Kanu and also ESN did everything to stop them. Because it all starts by them building houses. And very soon, they will begin to invite strange people to come and stay around. And very soon, they will take over your land. When I hear things like this, I tend to be very grateful to these guys who, at first, some of us had thought that they were not okay. Why are they behaving like this? They saw from a distance that this thing is going to swallow us up very soon. It's an agenda. Now, look at what the federal government is trying to do. Okay, let's give them ranches and all of that. But if you still put your ears down, you still notice that these guys have not gone back to say, okay, federal government, what do you have on the table for us? They are still going out to ensure that the agenda become the reality. Imagine yesterday we heard about their invasion of farms in Eleme. Imagine, in Eleme, one of the communities in Eleme, to take over the place. Wike must not be quiet though. Thank God I've also heard that ESN has already entered into that place to make sure that they send them packing. They need people. I mean, it's a case of person where one die, see person where one kill. That is just these guys. If you don't do as if your head is off you, they won't stop. And you must hit them hard, pursue them. When you pursue them, you don't pursue them out of your community. Pursue them out of your community, out of another 3-4 communities around you so that they won't even come close. And when you see them, do as if your head, they don't take off your head. Because this is the kind of attitude these guys are using against Nigeria. It's totally wrong. The federal government, if they don't wake up and Nigerians begin to defend themselves this way, I'm sorry to say that the future is going to be very bleak. And I don't know what will happen, but hey, we've got to be careful because if not, we may not even have anything like 2023 election.